Okay, so I'm right back like I promised. Okay, so when I asked for this, I had a friend private message me on YouTube, and she said, well, if they just send you a little bit, how are you going to use it? It's not going to be sticky anymore. Well, it will be sticky. This is not going to be sticky enough to stick to a card. It won't be. It'll come up from the, I'm only going to waste just a tiny little bit of this, okay? So it won't be sticky enough to stick on its own. It'll lay down, right? And then it'll roll up. Eventually it will roll up because it's just washi tape and it's not sticky. Sticky, it's not sticky. It is sticky, but not sticky. So there are a few ways to fix it. One is the tacky sticker sheets from Aleene's, and these used to be my favorite. A lot of little pieces in here still. These used to be my favorites. I like them even better than the Sook Wang, but I don't like them better than what I use now. So when these ones run out, I won't be buying any more. Matter of fact, I have barely used these since I found this. So this is one of your options, and what you do is, I'll show you just a second. And then the other one that I used to buy, and I won't be buying any more of these, are the Sook Wang, they're score tape. And score tape is like every crafter's best friend. No matter what craft you do, if you glue things down and you want them to stay, score tape is probably the thing you're using. And it is pretty heavy duty, but it is also very expensive. Very expensive compared to these. Sizzix also makes one. I've tried it once or twice, but it is not my favorite. Not compared to the score tape or the Aleene. These were my two favorites. Now, not anymore. One day on eBay, I was just looking at everything, you know, always trying to get a deal on something. And I came across a seller that was selling the 3M scraps. And I just kept looking and looking and looking, and you had to buy them in a large quantity. So I decided that for 25 bucks, I would just go ahead, and if they just were crap, well, it was a lesson learned. So I bought a bunch. I'm down to my last two. And in that bunch, I think for $25, I got 5 pounds, 3 pounds, or 5 pounds. It was a lot. And this is all I have left. And you just can't go wrong. And there's lots of sellers on eBay selling these now. So what you do is, don't waste it. Just don't waste it. Take your tape, and it's always this tape. This is a good way to use up the little bits and pieces that you have left over from a project. So make sure you cut it. This is really important. Make sure you cut it with some non-stick scissors, because this is some sticky stuff. This is 100, 1,000, 1,000,000% stickier than score tape. It sticks to everything. Plastic, metal, paper, and it does not come off. One thing I will tell you is don't use your things like this, because see, it doesn't really work much anymore. Don't use these to try to punch out holes, because it's way too sticky and it just makes a mess. Would have been a great idea. If you have a die that comes with a little itty bitty tiny hole, this is great with a die. It also die cuts beautifully, and because the paper is some kind of different property, then what is on score tape, it cuts through, your dies cut through this just beautifully, like your thin dies. Go on eBay, search. You're going to have to search. I'm going to be doing my own search tomorrow to find some more. But know you're going to have to buy it in bulk. You're not just going to be able to buy 10 sheets. You're going to have to buy it in bulk. So make sure you have some place to store it. So, okay, let me show you. So this is not sticky anymore. It's not going to stick to a piece of paper anymore. Also, it's kind of hard to peel this back. I'm just going to tell you. This is a little time consuming, and it might drive you a little nuts, and you could do like some people do, and I'm going to try it right now. But I don't do this very often because I can never find my pokey tool. Where is my pokey? I can't find my pokey tool again. The pokey tool runs off, I'm just telling you. Then all of a sudden it comes back. It must get lonely for me and come back. We will try this one. This is not my favorite pokey tool. Yeah, that separates it pretty good. So then pull the top part off and pull the bottom part off. See? And put this on. This could be tricky. And you don't want to put your fingers on that tape. It does come off on your fingers. Then put this down like so. You might want to burnish it. I've never burnished it. You don't really have to, but I'm going to do it for you because you might want to. Then pull this back, and all that sticky is now on your tape. It's going to stick to anything. Then, if, like me, I don't have a use for this just right now, don't let it curl back up on each other. Just don't do that. Just take it, put it right here, save it for later. And there you have it. So when you use your washi tape, say you keep it off of a package, because I do keep a lot of washi off packages. Really pretty washi that I don't have a whole roll of, I'll keep it. And then, you know, I don't really like use 6,000 sheets of washi on anything, 6,000 pieces. So the little bits that you get off packages, you can keep and just use it later. Just keep this and you have it for later. If you have a planner, I mean, this is a great size for someplace in your planner. Just a little tip on if your washi doesn't stick, and a little alternative to buying the really expensive score tape or the Aleene's. Aleene's is not expensive. Aleene's is really, really reasonably priced. You buy this for like $3.50. Sometimes you get it for $2.50. There's 12 sheets in it. If you didn't want to make this huge investment on this 3M, because I do understand $25 is a big investment for some people for a craft supply. It really does work just the same on this Aleene's, and you want to do it the same way. Pull you off a piece of whatever that isn't going to stick anymore, but that will stick. This would have stuck a little, not much. Then take it. Okay, wait, take it, lay it on here so you can judge the size. Cut a piece off, not exactly the same size. You need it to be just a little bit bigger. Save this. Save every single scrap of the sticky stuff. Do not throw it away. I mean, you'll find a use for it. The tiniest pieces can come into, can be used. Like this tiny piece, if you had this left over, cut a sentiment out with it. I mean, you can always use your scraps on this stuff. Don't throw them away. See, I wish I had a better camera because you could see the consistency of this. It's like little itty bitty, a little itty bitty grid on it. I don't know if you can see that grid. This is really good quality sticky tape. I'm not going to say it's not. It really is. Then just put that on. We shall burnish it. Okay. Now, you could leave it on here and just put the sticky back on it. No, you can't. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this off. All the sticky will attach to the, see? It transfers. Easy. Easy, easy peasy. Find the shiny side because you want to put this back down on the same side you pulled it off of. Don't let it roll back on each other. That's a mess. Then just put it back down. And then easy. There you go. You can carry it with you for your planner, save it to use on a card, anything you want, and can use it right away too. You don't have to put it back down on it. You can just use it right away. I'll show you on this one too if you want. These are great for making mini albums. These are great for making mini albums. So let's put this down and rip off yet another piece. I'm not wasting it. I'm going to use it later. So I'm going to use these pieces later. I should really get an ugly roll that I don't care much about. Let's do this one. Oh wow, this is really pretty. This is really pretty washi. Look at that. I like that. It's like cool. So again, you want to put it right on here and just cut what you're going to use. Because Lord knows I don't want to waste my tape. No one wants to waste their score tape. So I'm just going to cut it about there. And then pull it back off. Pull off the outer thing of the score tape, and it's pulling up the glue. I hate when that happens. And I have been noticing a lot on my score tape here lately that it has been pulling up the glue, and I don't like that much. Score tape costs a lot of money. It ought to work perfect every time. Okay, so then just stick this on. Burnish it down. Then pull it back up. And on the score tape, you are going to get a little extra tape come up with it. I really hate when score tape doesn't work. And I think the reason why score tape doesn't work sometimes is it gets old. Then just take the piece it came off of and stick it back down. There you go. But you will get the residual score tape that comes off. And so when you want to use this, you're going to have to trim close to the tape, or if you don't want to trim it, you could use the dust stuff, and it makes the score tape not sticky. And I'm going to use it right now because I'm going to keep this for something else. And that'll make it not stick to the other ones that I did. But that is all there is to it, to making your washi re-stick. It's easy, and you don't waste your washi, and you don't waste the little bits of leftover sticky paper that you have. And if you are a planner, you can carry these with you, just little bits instead of whole rolls, and they'll stick every single time. So that's it. That's my little tips video. Y'all have a nice Sunday. If you go to church, I hope that it's a great message today. If you don't go to church, well, enjoy your Sunday doing whatever you do. See you guys later. Bye.